All right, we're back. Let me check in. Let me make sure that we're all connected. Let me know if you can hear me, you can see me. Everything is going fine. Let's see. Our live feed video. I'm going to restart and reshare and all of that. Let me just share it. We have one person tuning in. Let me share that. And if you're just tuning in now, we're doing a 24-hour live stream to help us make some for our GoFundMe campaign so that we can buy a new house because we're being forced out of our home of the last 11 years, and it's a little tragic. It's not the end of the world. We're making do. We're going to figure something out. We are figuring it out. We're in the process of that. But, it's expensive to buy a house, and this is my real job. Doing shows on the internet for free now is my life. So that's what's happening. Weigh in on the comments. If you're there, say hi. Let us know. Let's see. Let me just refresh all of the pages. And let me go back to... We have some new subscribers on our YouTube page. That's good. We do have a YouTube channel. If you aren't a subscriber to that, go and subscribe over there. So welcome back, everyone. We weren't gone for very long. I thought you were going to do something. Okay, never mind. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Turtle Creek Coffee. That went away. Here it is. Turtle Creek Coffee, thank you so much for all of your support over the years and our endeavors. We really appreciate. Hello, Matthew. Thank you also to Matthew for your support, and thanks for being here. Lovely to see you. We do have a guest waiting in the green room. To connect all of our audio properly and having a little bit of a hard time with that. So we're stalling for a minute. But we do have a special guest waiting for us here. And let's see. Well, if you're just tuning in, we're doing a 24-hour live stream telethon. We are on our 6, I think. I'm not quite sure, but we've been here for quite some time. I'm getting some... We're going to play a video. We're having some sort of technical problem. Hold on, we'll be right back. We're going to play a video.
The high cost of living isn't so bad if you don't have to pay for it.
The other night, I met a flea who was grinning all over himself. "Why so merry, little Bolshevik?" I asked him.
"I have just come from a swell dog show,"
he said.
"I have been lunching off of a dog that is worth at least $100 a pound.
You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed to brag about it with so many on short rations in the world today.
The public be damned.
Said the flea.
I take my own where I find it.
Those are bold words, I told him.
And I am a bold person. And bold words are fitting for me. Why, just last Thursday, I marched bravely into the zoo and bit a lion.
And what did he do?
He just lay there and took it. He knew I had his number. What else could he do? And there was little use.
Told him,
Terrible as you are.
even you will be conquered,
Who will do it?
he asked.
All the mastodons are dead. And I am not afraid of any mere elephant.
And I asked him, how about
A microbe. And he shuddered as he thought it over. There is always some little thing that is too big for us. Every David has his Goliath and so on ad infinitum.
But what is the terror of the smallest microbe of all?
he, I said,
Is afraid of a vacuum.
But what is there in a vacuum to make one afraid?
there is nothing in it, I told him.
And that is what makes it so terrible to contemplate. A person can't think of a place with nothing in it without going nutty. And if he tries to think that nothing is something after all, they go even nuttier.
You are too subtle for me,
Said the flea.
I never put much stock in being scared of hypodermic propositions or hypothetical injections. I'm gonna have dinner off of a man-eating tiger. If a vacuum gets me, I will be sure and send you word before the worst comes to the worst.
Some people inhabit a vacuum all their lives, I told him, and never know it. And then he said,
But it don't hurt a many.
No, it don't hurt him any.
but it hurts those people who have to associate with them. And with those words, we parted company, each feeling superior to the other.
And after all, isn't that the most important point in all social intercourse?
Well, welcome back. Hopefully everything is going good and smooth now with you as it is for us. That was a little puppet show donated by our good friend Rob Dark in Seattle, Washington. And so I know that if you're watching, weigh in on the comments. Let us know what you're up to or call in. We'd love to hear from you. He does some puppet making and sales at the Fisherman's Wharf. So if you're in Seattle, Go and check him out. Also a amazing puppet builder and entertainer. He's built puppets for all sorts of productions in Seattle over the years. And I'm sure if you're in the Pacific Northwest, you are well familiar with his work if you are interested in puppetry. Now, talking about puppetry, I have a special guest here waiting in the green room to come and talk to us. They are coming in now. It is our good friend Poos the Puppet. Let's see if this works okay.
Oh,
Poos the Puppet, hello.
I'm here. Good to see you, TOYBOX.
It's phenomenal to see you too. And Poos, can you expound upon your message for the world?
Yeah, so my message is very simple. First of all, we need everyone to find their purpose. Find your purpose.
I believe that I have found my purpose, but everyone is different, and everyone, I guess, works at different speeds and times in their life, and so what's going on with you in your dimension?
Yeah, so, well, all of a sudden here I am, but when I was created, I just randomly appeared into the universe. So I don't even know what's going on in my dimension, but I imagine that it is full of Poos love.
Well, there's kids watching now, so that's fun. My niece and nephew are watching, and Jai Veda is watching, and hopefully Michael is watching because Zelda the Witch and her family of Sistar and Youngstar are also here with us from the Terrahawks. Look
Yes,
at that.
I love the Terrahawks, especially Zelda. You know,
I love
that,
Zelda. Such a beautiful young lady.
that reminds me of a story that I should tell you.
Please do.
Okay, so who was that? Who was that?
I don't know. One of the Terrahawks.
People are filtering in from everywhere. So, my story for TOYBOX begins like this. Once upon a time, there was a young rat named Billy Joel. And Billy Joel said, hey, what's going on here? I need a place to live. And they're taking my house away. I need to live in this house. Why are you taking my house away? Then there came the evil witch. She said, I will take your house away no matter what you say. I will take your house away whether you say yay or nay. And then she started to use her evil powers. Then TOYBOX appeared. My name is TOYBOX. Why are you taking my house away? Why would you do this to me? Why would you take my house away, Toy? And so then, TOYBOX saw Poos. Hey, what are you doing? I need help. They're taking my house away. Then Pooh said, no, you will not be taking that house away from... That's right. You will not take the house away from innocent TOYBOX. So then Pooh got all of her strength. TOYBOX destroyed the evil witch. And alongside Poos, destroyed the evil witch. You will die. You will die. You will die. You will die. And then she was gone, and the house was saved.
Yes! You know, Poos, I loved that story, and it reminded me of that Billy Joel song that goes like this. What's going on? And I said, hey, yay, 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 yay. Hey, yay, 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 yay. What's going on? By Billy Joel.
Oh yeah, that's a classic. That is a classic right there. Uh-oh. We're being invaded by space pigs. Quick, TOYBOX, tell everyone your purpose to destroy these space pigs.
I made the space. That was my purpose, was to make the space pigs.
Oh, well, that's very good. I'm glad you did this. I love the space pigs. What are their names?
10 and 10. 10.
Dr. Where's Dr. Neinstein? I want to see Dr. Neinstein.
That's all I care about. And I also care about that famous Billy Joel song, What's Going On? And I said, hey, yay, 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 yay. Hey, yay.
Yeah. I said.
What's going on? By Billy Joel. You know, I was always a fan of Billy Joel, and I'm glad that Billy Joel made it into your story, because when I was in grade school, we had to go to a special music class and watch a movie of when Billy Joel went to the USSR with Christy Brinkley, because apparently it was a big deal.
Oh, and I guess they made a big deal about this on your planet.
Well, Billy Joel is a big deal in our planet, and I love that he was on the Terrahawks, starring as Professor Joel.
Professor Joel. Yes, I remember him. I remember the episode where Professor Joel has to fight the rabid bear that Zelda created.
That's an android.
Right. Yes, exactly. And Zelda also destroyed Dr. Joel, but he had a clone that came back, right?
Yes, the Legend of Zelda. My favorite episode.
The Legend of Zelda and Dr. Joel. You remember that part where they make out? Zelda and Dr. Joel?
Yes. And I always want to make out when I see the Terrahawks. Maybe we can make out right now. Here, let
Okay.
me...
Oh. Wow. Wow, this is special. Oh my
Just
goodness.
a little bit. Oh, here comes Zelda now. There's Sistar and Zelda. I love Sistar. I love your hair. It's so beautiful.
Yes. Sistar is always making trouble, and the brother is always making trouble too.
Young Star.
Young Star.
Or no, what's the other one's, I forget his name.
I think it's Young Star, yeah.
Look at their Zelda. And
She's such a beautiful lady. Android. I think they're gonna deploy they gotta deploy the bots at some point.
if you could name any purpose in the world that you could choose for yourself, what Terrahawks episode is your favorite episode?
That is a wonderful and profound question. I would say, first of all, 1010, Terrahawks 2020, and then I would say probably the one with Dr. Neinstein when he attacks and destroys all of the other Terrahawks.
Expect the unexpected tonight.
That's right.
Arrivals. Going to see what's in the arrivals door. What could be there? It's Zelda! Shock. Zelda said, what do you think Zelda said right there?
I think she said, "Damn Terrahawks, I'm gonna destroy you."
Battle stations! Battle stations! Someone had a comment. Why does the comment look like that puppet looked like me dressed as TOYBOX? Is a comment that we got. And so so Poos, tell us about, did you ever feed a Terrahawk a Pooseberry?
That would be an excellent idea. I think. TOYBOX, what do you think the Terrahawk's purpose is, if you had to say?
To defeat Zelda, the bad, ugly witch.
That is also an android.
And arrivals, here she is, coming in the arrivals door. Look, there she is.
What do you think Zelda eats for breakfast?
Well, I'll tell you what she doesn't do for breakfast, and that's comb her wig. Her wig needs some serious conditioning. Do you think her wig is real human hair? I think that she eats human hair for breakfast.
And then it grows out of her head.
Have you ever heard that Billy Joel song? What's going on?
it one more time for us.
What?
Is our friend Michael watching right now?
I don't think he even is.
Aw.
He's not here for this momentous occasion where we did the Terrahawks show. This is the Terrahawks part of our show.
Correct. Yes. I
But
wonder
it's a little
what
late
now-
there, so I tagged him when we started, so maybe he'll see it in the UK tomorrow. And if not, then what's going on? This is a beta test version. Just a live random sample.
We put Terrahawks in the show, finally.
We finally put Terrahawks in the show.
What do you think Michael's purpose is, Toybox?
Terrahawks.
10-10. Oh yeah, that lady's a good singer. Have you ever heard her sing before?
Yes. What song do you think she sings? Do you think she sings Billy Joel?
She must sing Billy Joel.
Do you know the lyrics? And I said, hey, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Sing it.
It's a good Billy Joel song.
Hey, Toybox, I'm Billy Joel, and I don't appreciate you trying to sing my song. What do you have to say for yourself?
Well, Billy Joel, I'm wondering what's going on with you. Remember that time in 4th grade where we had to watch you go to the USSR on VHS cassette tape with Christy Brinkley?
Yes, I remember that distinctly. And they put my head on a rat's body in the
Hold
USSR.
on, can we bring in, Bruce, can we bring in another guest?
Yes, please.
All right, bring her in on the background. We'll bring her in on the background. Let me see, which way do I have to turn? I have to turn this way. Yeah, that's fine. We did the Terrahawks part.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. What's going on? There she is.
Ah, look who we have.
She looks frozen, a little bit frozen, like that movie, but look at that beautiful mural. Well, she's coming in at weird freeze frames, but this is our friend Morgan from Morgan's Comics in downtown Asheville. Morgan, if you can hear us, you're coming in very choppy.
I like her hair.
Hi.
Hey!
I like your hair too.
If
I
you
do my hair toss,
Okay.
like my nails.
Morgan, if you could talk to us, try and talk to us continuously for a second and tell us who you are and where you're calling from, and let's check your audio.
Awesome. I'm Layton, and I am the owner of Morgan's Comics in West Asheville. We are Western North Carolina's first female-owned comic book store, and we've been in business for 5.5 years. We're at 600 Haywood Road, so that's West Asheville 28806. And I figured I'd sit outside since it's so loud. It's exciting in the shop today, in front of this beautiful view that Justin Spagnola did for us a couple of years ago.
Amazing. And I think we heard most
That's
of
that-
what you said. You cut out a little bit. Your connection is a little choppy, but mostly good. So you're Morgan, and you own Morgan's Comics in West Asheville, North Carolina. and it is North Carolina's first female-owned comic book shop. So that's amazing, and we like to go there and shop when we're in the area, and always find something fun and exciting when we go there. So it's lovely to have you, and you're saying it's a busy day there today.
It really is. It's so loud in there. The games are going on today. So we do board game night from 6 to 10 on Saturdays. We do D&D on 6 to 10 on Wednesdays and Thursdays too. But it's jumping in there. All the visitor traffic's back in West Asheville.
Well, TOYBOX, this is someone that really knows their purpose. I wonder if Morgan can tell us her favorite story from the shop.
Yes, Morgan, did you
From
hear
the
that?
shop, period.
Poos the Puppet asked,
I heard-
what is your favorite story from the shop?
I love Saga. So anyone who hasn't read Saga is really missing out. It is Fiona Staples does this beautiful, crisp, clear artwork, and Brian K. Vaughan is an excellent writer. He can explain the story, the relationship between characters really, really quickly. And for Doctor Strange, it was kicked up as long as Doctor Strange has been around. Brian K. Vaughan wrote this book in, I think, 2016, and it got kicked up to some of the top reading material that you can actually check out to know the character Doctor Strange. That's how good of a writer he is. But Saga is, it's a bit explicit, so it's not for little kids.
No, it's not for little kids. It's sort of like, I think it's sort of like a space opera version of Romeo and Juliet in some ways, because it's about this couple, and each are from opposing alien races that are at war, but they fall in love, and then their romance is sort of forbidden by everyone, and so it causes sort of chaos in the whole society of their space world. I think that maybe Poos's question was not necessarily your favorite story in comics, but your favorite story from the store, like things that happened in the history of owning the store, like in real life, in your real personal life.
Yes.
Oh, there, TOYBOX. There are so many different stories with this store. It's so serendipitous that it happened to become mine one day. But I've always loved this place from the minute I imagined it would one day have my name on it. But without getting into it very much, the two men who started the business, they were going to stop being partners and we're going to liquidate the business. But one of them, the investor owner, gave me the opportunity to slowly pay him back and named the shop after me. So there was no way I could have known that was going to happen. But I felt like I belonged here from the time it started, and it grows. We're all nerds of a feather. We all keep.
Well, that's
So as far as the store, there are really so many stories, like good and bad ones. But my husband and I got together. He's the postman for Haywood Road, and he came in all the time. And all the delivery folks, I would offer them water bottles or the AC or the heater for a little bit, just so they could take some time and immerse yourselves in nerdiness and take a break from regular reality. And I'm sure you guys could relate to that. But it's good for your soul. Most amazing people I've ever known. And now he's in there running board game night right now. So we met in the comic book store. And then the two people that witnessed at our wedding, they actually met in the store too. And I didn't even know that at the time. But the store has helped so many people make friends. And it's shown little kids like, oh, I love that little girls are growing up in a time period where there's so many good comic book characters, strong female characters out there. Because when I was a kid, I loved all the boy characters. All the boy characters had such good story arcs and they had such cool powers, but that's not the way it is anymore. There's so many good, strong female characters that are fun to follow.
Amazing. So, not only are you providing a service for the community, but it's also become a sort of uh, social hub where so many connections, real long-lasting life connections, have been made for people of all ages from your shop. So that's amazing. That's incredible, and I didn't know that. I didn't know that you met your husband because he was your. I mean, I know he's the postman in the area, but I didn't know that you met him from coming to the store. So that's very cool.
I didn't know you TOYBOX before this store, so almost everybody I know in this town I met because of this store.
Fair enough. That is accurate. Well, that is very cool.
Well,
Yeah, that
I didn't know if you guys wanted to see, but I brought a whole box of what we in the shop call the cursed item box.
oh yes, please, please.
Sure. Show us the cursed item box from the store.
Well, I didn't know if you guys wanted to talk about some of the merchandise that I had in the store, and since I wasn't recording in the shop, I thought I'd bring some favorites. This one you might already know.
Mm-hmm.
Have you read
Ro-
Lenore before?
Roman Dirge. Yes, very familiar. Love that series.
It's a good one. So, the little dead girl, they did animation on YouTube that you can watch about it too. But most folks out there are gonna know his work with Yonan Vasquez when they did Johnny the Homicidal Maniac and Squeed, but most notably Invader Zim. So if anybody out there has watched Invader Zim, I highly recommend you check out The Little Dead Girl Lenore. It's a very cute story. A little too dark. Again, not for little kids. That's right. It's so good.
Sometimes darkness makes you stronger, though. So,
I believe in that. And then I thought this one is all age appropriate. This one is, and it's a story in a world where little boys grow up to be shapeshifters and little girls get to be witches. But this little boy wasn't very good at shapeshifting, but he was really good at spell work. And so he wanted to follow what the little girls were doing. And that wasn't acceptable in his culture. So it's a whole story about being open minded and allowing people to be who they are.
Interesting. I didn't know about that book, so I'll have to keep a lookout for that one. The
And
Witch
then,
Boy.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to take over the interview. I was showing you guys fun stuff, but you can tell me.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. We have
we,
a 20-hour show left to do, so you can talk and show us all of your things, please.
yeah, we accomplished our mission, basically. So,
Yeah, I wanted to help with that mission, so I figured I'm running out of sunlight, but this mural would match the dark and beautiful art that you always create. I figured it would fit the best with what I've got in the store. And then there's this one, ink blot. Sorry, I didn't mean to go over you. So this is a little black time traveling kitty, and it is for young adults. So it's very cute. I don't know if you guys know Owl Kitty, but this little kitty reminds me of him. Mischievous and just fun to read if you love kitty cats. And if you don't love kitty cats, you might want to try.
I want a hairless cat one of these days.
Yeah, hairless cats are super cute. Okay, so this is Jarrett Rutland. He is a local author artist who we adore, and he got his start at Morgan's Comics when it was Haywood Comics years ago. So we're all still in the same location. If you guys want to see him for a book signing, he's going to do it on Free Comic Book Day, which, for those who don't know, is like Christmas in comic book store land. So comic book stores everywhere give out tons of freebies on Free Comic Book Day, and we will definitely do that as well. It's usually the first Saturday in May, but because of the pandemic, the distributors have decided to ship those items in a few months. So mark your calendars, August 14th, Free Comic Book Day, book signing. Oh, and we're going to also have 3 different Mandalorians in front of the store all day.
Nice. A bunch of Mandalores are going to come and be at the shop. That's amazing. I don't know if you saw a few episodes back, but I actually have the dark saber now, along with the Infinity Gauntlet. Those are two of the items that I actually possess.
Whoa, that's great. Did it come in one of the loot? Like, was it a raffle box or?
No, it's the real one, the actual one. You have to watch the
That-
episode. I have it.
That's amazing. Yeah, I somehow missed that. I'll have to go back and check it out.
It's our
So-
episode with figure fetish.
That's great. Okay, so as far as little kids go with the mystery boxes, I don't know if you guys know this, but these things are hot right now. Everybody wants to get that little figure that they're hoping for, and all of these are little mystery, sometimes plushies, but mostly vinyl figures. These little cloud kitties are little plastic kitty cats. Oh no, I got it
Delightful.
all. And so those are very popular with the little ones. But then this is my favorite. These are Cryptkins. So all of them are little cryptozoology characters, and they are adorable.
Oh, I love that.
And they have big red eyes, but they're still dark and cute. So if you like cryptozoology, come and get some Cryptkins from us.
The paranormal entities of the universe helped
And I only
me.
have. Oh, did they? How did they help you?
They helped me save the humans and find purposes.
What humans did you save?
All the human beings on Earth.
TOYBOX, you never told me this story.
Yes, this is my friend Poos the Puppet, and Poos has done some extraneous work in saving the universe a few times.
Yeah.
One time it was, well, I think actually twice, at least 2 times, maybe 3 times at the Sly Grog. It
Yes.
happened
Wow.
in real life.
Now, if you want to help, I want you to think of a beautiful moment and then scream out the first thought that comes to your mind.
Scream it really loud in the parking lot.
Yes.
You got me. Fall leaves!
Yay, this is your purpose. Yay.
So then
You
these
frozen.
guys are magic cards and Pokemon cards. So if you guys are looking for booster packs, this is what people are coming to me for every day, all day long. Do you need them? They want to go with you. Wrong one. Yes. So they got people have come to me even today 3 times. I'd say this guy came in. He said that it was his nephew's birthday, and it was his 7th birthday, and he'd gone to 4 different stores looking for Pokemon cards and didn't have time to order them online. And he said, and items used to be $3 a pack, but so many adults are out there opening so many of them all at once that it's jacked the prices up on Pokemon cards everywhere. So I put a limit. We cut our profit margin in half. And then the cards are just so expensive to get. We still have to charge $8 a pack to be able to get these things. And that's wild. But we put a limit on grown-ups, especially that they can't buy more than that, because these are for little kids. They should get to have their Pokemon cards, you know? So, time, I will not carry them anymore if it goes above $10, because Pokemon cards, I'm not gonna scalp people. I'm not gonna hurt little kids. It just won't happen at my store.
Maybe we can get them back on the Garbage Pail Kids or something.
That's right. Garbage Pail Kids are amazing. And I do have some 85 and 87 Garbage Pail Kids in the shop right now.
Wow.
All right. So aside from the actual, we actually definitely use the curse item box for curse items or reviews or really inappropriate weird stickers that come in. We'll just pull those and put them in this cursed item box. It was created by one of my volunteers, Bridget, and we do get some weird stuff sometimes. You would be maybe not shocked by some of the inappropriate Wonder Woman stickers that come in sometimes, and I'm like, no, this won't be out for everybody.
Will you sell this cursed item for me?
What cursed item is it?
It's called TOYBOX.
Yes, I of course would sell that. We love TOYBOX.
I love TOYBOX. I'm just joking.
Shirts in. Oh, I didn't even hear that part. We all love TOYBOX. I don't know anybody who doesn't.
Well, I do, but we won't go into that. Now, this is a new design for your T-shirt for the shop?
It is. And that's another happy story, is that a customer came by and brought a donation box of comic books, and nobody had told me yet. It was just in the office. I passed it. I saw this design, and it just said, from Kevin. But that was it. I didn't know who Kevin was, and I didn't know where the box of comics had come from. So eventually I found Kevin a design from somebody before, so we had to work out what to pay him for to get the design. And so now we have stickers and t-shirts, and it's on all of our social media. So Kevin, thank you. And if you see that character in the middle, that's the only time I've ever worn pigtails with a cape was during the lockdown, and that's its own story. I think you guys know that one, but that's how Matt and I got engaged. So if you look at Morgan's comment, post to me on Facebook Live.
Amazing. Well, congratulations on that. You broke up a little bit because all of this talk from the cursed item box, I think, also has cursed your Wi-Fi connection. So you're a little bit choppy, but I think we're getting most of it through. And wonderful to share all of these personal stories about the shop and all the good things that are happening there. That is completely amazing. For real quick, I'm going to run to the potty real quick and just can you do a quick interview with Poos the puppet? And if you want to make it awkward, that's fine. I'll just be right back.
Take a seat.
Right.
Come on over.
Oh, do I get to move up then?
Yeah, come on over.
You know what? I didn't show you this one. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but look at this sticker. This is one of the cursed items.
Ooh.
Doesn't that look awful?
What is it?
It's supposed to be Wonder Woman, but look how buff she is. That's weird.
Well,
there are more muscles in there than humans have. And I know she's Amazon, but it's.
I've seen a planet with people like that before, and they were pretty happy with their muscles.
Did you really?
So yes.
I bet they could probably do a lot of things we can't do.
Yes.
And then look at this Godzilla that came in today.
Ooh.
There's something not right with his face. I think everything looks right about that to me. It looks fantastic. Well, your solo interview with Poos the Puppet is over. I'm back now, so.
Okay,
that was a quick tinkle.
That was very, very fast.
Well, I'm trying to keep the show going, and without me in it, then it's not my show. So, but you had a stand-in. Well, that's fantastic, and throughout the feed today, I'm trying to turn because everything's backwards, so I have to turn this way. throughout the feed, I have
That's
a
what I
whole
was-
stack. I have 2 milk crates here of all of the trade paperbacks because, because of the pandemic and whatnot, I've been, getting comic books online in this style of paperback, which I used to, before COVID, I used to just buy single issue comics, but now because of everything that's happening, I've been getting a lot of these style, like 6-issue things. And we've been doing reviews all morning of all the comics that I've read since our self-imposed quarantine. So that's been fun. So if you missed any of that, we have been already talking about comics. I guess that's my point. We've been talking and discussing some comics, some good ones, some bad ones. I went on some rants about some things that I thought weren't so good, and some things that I thought were good. So
That'd be fun. I did miss that, but the store was so busy I didn't get to hear it. I didn't want to spook the customers. Not everybody knows TOYBOX, but maybe after this they all will.
I could imagine, and we're on YouTube and Twitch now, so you can watch us there. And so, what's your favorite thing out there right now on the shelves? What's new on the shelves that you're interested in? Of course, Saga, I guess, is sort of over, I guess, and so now what's the new thing that you're interested in?
Well, one thing, but Saga isn't over. We've been waiting this whole time to hear from them that they're going to keep making Saga. But Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples just said in January that they're going to start doing comic books again. And so they said it's halfway through. They were on volume 9 when they went on hiatus, and now it's about to start again. And so that's only halfway through the story they said that they're making. Isn't that exciting?
That is exciting. I've read it all in single issue format, and I think one of the absolute brilliance of that particular series is that it works so well in single issue, because each issue they leave you with a phenomenal cliffhanger, unlike any other book in the history of comics. I think the way that they do it in single issue format is actually quite an achievement and a piece of art on its own, because not all comic books leave you. It's like when you watch a Game of Thrones episode and then they leave you with that cliffhanger ending and you have to watch the next one. And I think that series sort of exemplifies that in single issue format, unlike any other comic I really know. And if you keep up with it in that way, it's a lot of fun, because then you have to wait a whole month just for the next issue versus, sometimes reading things like this in trade paperback format is better, but I actually quite enjoy that one as a single issue comic. So,
Well, I wanted to ask, do you think there are any comics about Billy Joel in your shop?
I don't know if I have any stories about Billy Joel. I was thinking of, is it Billy Idol, I guess, that was in Dune? They started doing a new Dune comic, but I don't know anything about Billy Joel. As far as in
that
the
was
comic.
Sting.
I
Sting
don't-
from the
was it
Police.
Dune?
Yeah, Billy Idol's in The Wedding Singer. That's a different movie. Sting is in Dune.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I don't
Morgan,
know anything.
He plays
who is your favorite
Fade,
I'd have to
villain?
look that for you.
one of the Harkonnen family.
I haven't seen it since I was maybe 12, so it's been a good. I remember his hair. I remember his light
Well,
hair.
Oh, just sorry to interrupt you, but our good friend, it looks like Omer is here watching from the airport. He's on the way to Israel, and we played a few of his animations throughout the show today. Really phenomenal artist. So there's Omer from Cookie Tongue. They're going to be coming back to town, Asheville. We're actually looking for an outdoor space to do a show with Cookie Tongue and TOYBOX. We're gonna do that maybe next month. Soon. Soon they're gonna be coming to tour. So that's exciting. Sorry to interrupt you, but he's contributed to the show already. I wish I could show you the backstage here. You could see how many trade paperbacks we have to talk about in the next 20 hours. I would say there's there's at least 50. And we've only gone through maybe this many so far. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, maybe 7 or 8 we've talked about. But we are going to be talking about comics, when we don't have other guests to chat with or people to talk to about stuff.
Morgan.
But right now I'm here with you
Well,
guys.
you asked now. I don't know if you read it's Mirka Andolfo, I believe, that did Unnatural, which is a really bright, vibrant comic, but it has it's a dark story, kind of like Black Mirror, the TV show.
Uh-huh.
And if you like Black Mirror, the weird thing about it is it has this twist where all of the characters are anthropomorphic, and so they have law to be romantically involved with other species. So it has this kind of weird, this kind of like unusual. I've never seen it in a comic book kind of element, but the story's it's so close to our reality. Just the technology's a little bit further forward, but the same kind of biases or similar biases as what we actually deal with. It's very relevant. It's an excellent story, and the colors are super vibrant. But Mirka, that's where I was going with it, is she's combined with Gillian March to do the artwork for the new Joker comic. I have no need to have any more problems or to know that much more about evil, narcissistic men. So there are people from my history that the Joker reminds me of, and I don't usually read his comics, but this one is intensely incredible. The artwork is amazing, and it is terrifying. The setup for the Joker is extremely good. I would check it out.
Who's your favorite villain, Morgan?
He's your favorite villain?
Yeah, your favorite villain.
As far as someone that I don't like, or that is kind of lovable even though they're evil?
I would say the person that you don't like the most.
Gus Freeling from Breaking Bad is pretty terrifying. He's so good at being awful.
That is a good answer.
That actor did a phenomenal job.
Yes, phenomenal.
Darkness, so methodical, so clever.
Great answer. Yeah, I remember.
What about,
I remember Gilliam March did Gotham City Sirens a few years ago. So if you like that artist, you can check that book out, which was Catwoman, Harley Quinn, and Poison Ivy team up book. And there's no Jokers in it. And maybe 1 or 2 issues, but it's not really about Joker. It's about the female characters in Gotham City Sirens, Gilliam March. So that's another thing. What was the one you said before that with the Black Mirror anthropomorphic things? What was that called?
It's called Unnatural.
Unnatural.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't familiar with that one. I know right now the big hot thing that everyone's talking about is Department of Truth.
It's true. I haven't read that one myself, but all the people that follow it at the store, they are really maybe conspiracy theory, and they're all into independent comics, but respectable opinions. I'm interested in trying it out, but I haven't gotten there yet. I'm so busy all the time. I feel like I only get to take 3 or 4 issues home a week if I'm lucky.
Mm-hmm. Well, I try to read comics every day before I go to bed. I read something. I've been reading a lot of Ed Pisgor and his things. Currently, I'm reading the his he did a book with Harvey Pekar that's a history of the Beat generation. Jack Kerouac and Allen Ginsberg and William S. Burroughs. It's a great book. Um, so I try to read comics every day. Um, and there are a lot of things. It seems to me that the comic book industry right now is really starting to kick back into full gear. A lot of things are coming out now where for a time it was kind of slow, but a lot of exciting things that people are interested in. I know the Batman and Fortnite. Did you get any of those? I guess those sold out immediately.
Oh, they did. Surprisingly, Diamond did short us on some of our Batman Fortnites, but mysteriously, I got an invoice that says that there's some on their way to me. So people call me every day looking for it, and I don't know what I should do with that one. Like, should I do it like a raffle or a prize? Oh, I didn't tell you guys. You know, Mr. Rogers is my very favorite, and years ago when someone told me and told me that I was Western North Carolina's first female comics book store owner, and her little charismatic daughter, who was maybe 5, said, "Who knows I love Mr. Rogers?" She said, "See, you're like a Wonder Woman, Mr. Rogers." And I thought it was probably the sweetest, nicest thing anyone could ever say to you. So I got that as the only tattoo that I've ever gotten. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's a trolley with the Wonder Woman symbol.
That is so cool. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful.
We celebrate Mr. Rogers Day every year now. And last year, the reminder for it came up during the lockdown. So you know how scared all of us were then. And I have really bad asthma, but I didn't want to walk away from my store. And I had put this in my phone to remind me a year ago to plan something. And it came up during the lockdown, but it turned out to be so inspirational to have something so positive to work on. And I didn't know if we'd be able to do it in person or if I'd have to run little gift baggies out to everybody in the parking lot or mail them or ship them or somehow get everybody free goodies. And Free Comic Book Day, the distributors send us, we pay like a tiny amount for a whole bunch of free comics. But since it had been canceled, there were not going to be any free comics. And since we had been locked down, we didn't make almost any money. So we just took merchandise that we already had in the store and made people. And it just happened to be that the caution, the safety precautions got lifted just enough for us to be able to have a small amount of people in the store at a time with their mask on, and so many nerd folks from everywhere. I had no idea. I didn't know that if anyone would come that day. And Matt spent hours. I bought him all these orange balloons, and I asked him to make as many Daniel Tiger balloons as he could. He doesn't know how to make balloon animals, but he taught himself how to make backs of balloon animal Daniel Tigers in the store. And you can see on our page, just everybody who came in wore a mask and they stayed away from each other and they were just excited to see each other again. And so it turned out to be an amazing day. So we're going to celebrate Mr. Rogers Day every year. And this one coming up is going to land on Sunday, May 23rd. So we've had an amazing year considering we had no idea how this was going to go day to day. But the nerd crowd, they're the most loyal people I've ever known, and they just keep on coming back. I could work as many hours as I want to. The fact that you guys love the store and you keep coming back, and so we all take care of each other. It's amazing. And so, Mr. Rogers Day, 11 to 6, Sunday, May 23rd. You guys come out and get some freebies.
Well, that sounds fantastic. And so you're going to be sort of making that into your own free comic book day.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if they're delaying it for a little bit, as long as everybody's safe and everybody's been so respectful at my store that I'm sure there's some people that didn't want to wear masks, but very little. I'd say I could count it on just the 10 fingers this whole about it. So yes, come on out and get some freebies. This year, since I'm not as broke as we were, I'm gonna get a bunch of goodies to go in there that we couldn't have last year. So we will, because it's still not over yet. We won't have the table where people can pick out comics like you would on Free Comic Book Day. And I won't have fresh baked goods. People in the community would just make treats and bring them in all day long on our events. But we won't be able to do that yet. But I'll get individually wrapped candies, and I will do our mystery boxes. So I don't know if you've seen the mystery treasure boxes, but we will have a few of those, and they will be somewhat geared at t-shirts and toys. But they will also have a little bit of specifically Mr. Rogers stuff in there too. And the bags that I'm going to make will have free comics in them. And I'm toying with what we're going to put in there, because last year we used Pokemon cards, but the Pokemon cards are so much more expensive now. But chances are I'll put, role-playing dice and stickers and other fun freebies in there. But you'll have to come out and get one. No.
Fantastic. We will try and make that as best as we can. We may be in the process of moving and setting up a new house. Of course, that's why we're doing this show, because we're doing a telethon to buy a new house. I'm curious. What do you like? What do you like better? Do you like Nick Cave or Billy Joel?
We're on a Billy Joel kick, huh?
I'm telling you, I need a mic so I can sing to everyone.
You go on and sing then.
Oh, sing that song, TOYBOX.
Wait, I want to hear it in the Poos voice, though.
I'm going to the USSR with Christy Brinkley, and no one knows what happened to me over there.
Oh my. I don't know.
What's going on?
What's going on?
I have no idea. Everything's sort of going a little bit out of control. Once Billy Joel shows up, then and his body, he has like the body of a pig. Maybe we can get some space pigs flying around. Can we get the space pigs?
You get space pigs?
I mean,
did you know Billy Joel loves TOYBOX?
There we go.
That's great.
See that Billy Joel and TOYBOX together?
All right, so it's time to go get it.
I missed what you said there. You said it's time to get what?
Well, I don't know if you remember, but my little redhead Izzy, it's time for me to go pick her up from her dad's house. So I have to go, you guys.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for stopping in. It was great to talk to you and catch up and hear your stories and see your cursed box. And hopefully we can have you on the show again sometime. We'll be here for another 16 hours and 45 minutes. So, if you feel like calling back from the store inside with the phone, you can show us more things or don't, whatever. It was good to have you, and everyone go and I'm sorry, I'm going the wrong way. Everyone go and see Morgan here in West Asheville at Morgan's Comics. One of
Bye,
the
you guys.
Yes. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Bye.
Let's go back to outer space now.
You too, TOYBOX. And you too.
And Poos is still here.
Still here.
Poos is just sort of my co-host now. If anyone else, Poos, do you have to go anywhere, or can you stay, or what's your schedule like?
Oh, I can stay, no problem.
Great. We want you to stay. We want you to be here. That was just sort of serendipitous that Morgan decided to call in out of the blue right there, and then we could interview with her. If anyone else wants to call in and talk to TOYBOX and Poos, if Michael Morris is out there, if you're watching, please call in. We did some Terrahawks, improvisational Terrahawks show for my favorite episode, Expect the Unexpected. Or that one was actually two of a kind, but it was still unexpected. So, it was a play on the whole thing. It was more clever than it appeared to some people, including myself. Now, if anyone wants to talk to Poos the Puppet and TOYBOX, America's favorite cartoon witch, call in right now. Rigel, can you please call us, Rigel? Let's get Rigel in here. Go ahead, give a call on your phone if you're feeling okay, if you're feeling up to it. Or anyone.
Poos,
A lot of people are going live right now. Michael Woodward, if you want to call in, go ahead. Anybody, Professor Pickman, if you're still out there, I know you were going to call. Go ahead and call us. We're enjoying our time together. We're trying to find our inner purpose. Mine, of course, is being America's favorite cartoon witch. And Poos, what is your purpose? To help other people find their purpose?
Yes, actually. So I came to Earth and I fell in love with a blueberry plant. And then the blueberry plant had special powers. So then humans started using the blueberry plant. Children don't use blueberry plants without adult supervision. Okay? So then they started abusing them and I got mad. And then I was like, you know what? You're my slaves now. And then I was like, you know what? That was a mistake. So they're supposed to find their purpose or their meaning in life. So I help people find their true purpose or the reason that they live or that they're happy to be alive.
Now, a quick question from TOYBOX, that's me. Was that a real story or was that just something you made up?
Oh, no, that's actually the real story. I was doing my best to remember it because it was so long ago, but that is the real story, so.
So you didn't make up any of those parts about any of it. It was all real.
No, that's actually the story. A lot of the time when I'm performing, that's not very clear, but yes, that is the story, actually.
Right. Well, I know that story, sort of, because, and there's like that, there's also like a hot dog alien man. It's a hot dog dressed as an alien or something that does a number as well. And
Yeah.
that part is not, what you're saying is that part is not fabricated. It's actual reality. That's the real story. Hot dog alien man, blueberries, overdosing on blueberries could be a real thing. But, I got a thing of pooseberries, and those, they taste like Jelly Bellies. Let's see, Rigel says, can I call in?
Or he's asking how.
The link is in the chat or the description. Anyone can call in at this point. We have 16 hours to fill, and we're just waiting to hear from you and to talk about your things, because... we have things to talk about as well. So, Poos the puppet, and what is? I know that there was a time period where a friend of yours had gone to Vietnam during the war times. And what is his name again? Johnny? What is his name?
Oh, his name is his name. Why I can't remember his name. Oh my goodness, Joey. Joey went to
Joey.
Vietnam. Yes.
And have you talked to Joey? Because it would be great if we could have Joey here as well with us to talk about.
I
Oh, here
know.
we have a call coming, and it's all right. It's Omer at the airport. So let's hear from Omer at the airport.
Hi.
Oh hi.
Hello.
Hey. So the airport is pretty empty right now. Not many people around. You can see. I got
And is
here
that what? Is that in
3 hours
Atlanta or
early.
is that in New York? Where is that airport?
Uh, well, this airport exists only in the mines. It's not. So it's kind of complicated to explain where it is.
Right. It's like that Billy Joel song. What's going on?
And,
Yeah,
say,
exactly.
yeah. What's going on?
Yeah,
Well,
and that
we
that
played
song
a
was
few of
that
your.
was song was somebody stole that song from Billy Joel.
It was part of my college thesis, actually. That whole story of how that song was co-opted by some '90s musicians from Billy Joel. You know, we played a couple of your films. They got rave reviews on the stream earlier this
Oh,
afternoon. I
really?
don't know if you were tuned in, but people liked them quite a bit.
Oh, great. Yeah, I was on a shuttle on the way to this airport, and I didn't realize the shuttle was leaving Earth. So now I'm here.
And so you're going on a big trip. And what is the purpose of your trip? You're just visiting your family, or you're working on a project, or what?
Oh, I'm just visiting, and I might be playing a show in the forest.
Fantastic. So, but it's mostly a leisurely trip. It's not a an art trip or a business or work trip.
Yeah, yeah, it's a very leisurely, kind of calm yourself down from the New York City kind of hot rock that we live on. That makes your
Speaking of
heart beat very fast.
speaking of calming down, we got a nice gift pack from RA Royal CBD, and they're sponsoring our show. So we have these CBD dried pineapples. Here, let me just. I'll.
Pretty good, but not as good as gooseberries.
I'll have one myself. So we can all try that. They're one of our sponsors for the evening. We've had some incredible sponsors, including RA Royal CBD and the Price is Right discount grocery store in Asheville, a big sponsor tonight, and also Turtle Creek Coffee in South Carolina. So, we're
Oh,
mostly located in the South now, but we need to get into that big money like you in New York City.
yeah, or in Israel.
Or in Israel, right? That's let me get out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we can have a rainbow.
Oh, there we go.
He's the rainbow
Yeah,
creator. He makes rainbows out of his head.
yeah, and
Oh my goodness. Oh, what do you call that?
These are the flight attendants for the flight to Israel. They're just connecting the terminal between the Rainbow connection to New York City.
They look very prepared to fly.
Yeah, it's you have to pass under the rainbow.
And they made it through security okay and didn't lose any of their vitals. They brought the appropriate size of shampoo bottle, I guess.
Yeah,
Not
they
too
left
big.
it. Well, he doesn't need much shampoo, as you can see. But he does have a 700 milliliter shampoo. He put it in a checked baggage though, but don't tell anybody about that.
Because they use the metric system in Israel. Is that correct?
Yeah, and it's very not secure to be messing around with that.
Mrs. Guapimeyer wanted to come in and say hello, I guess. So that's nice. And so you're traveling to Israel on a plane, fueled by mystical puppets with rainbows shooting out of their heads. And you brought a puppet show with you, so you just have it on hand in case you need it. I love that idea. That's what I should be doing. But I'm a slacker. I haven't really done any puppet shows in a long time. Maybe I can. We'll just have a little puppet jam, and I'll get on my green gloves, and we'll have a dancing ragamuffin, and we'll put on some music and have a dance party. How about that?
Okay.
So this is a 24-hour show, and some moments in our show will become a little bit more experimental than others. So I'm going to put on my invisible hands. Now you can't look at that. That's a hand shape.
Oh wow.
All right, and let me get the hand number 2.
I wonder what people think I'm doing here. Everybody's passing by, returning from flights, and
They're probably reciting that famous Billy Joel song, "What's Going On," in their head. While they see.
Yeah.
yeah, I love that song.
It is a classic song.
Oh yeah, that was by He-Man, right?
Prince Adam. He's actually Prince Adam.
I actually
Maybe we
have.
can have some more puppets come in on our puppet
Yeah.
jam. Like the little head guy, skull head, and some other things.
Wow.
Some stuff like that.
This beat is sick. Billy Joel
Billy
thinks
Joel, can you give us some freestyle raps?
Yes. Listen, I'm Billy Joel. I made a lot of songs. I got a bald head and I got nothing wrong. I'm dancing with my friends and we're never gonna end. I'm gonna make a million songs and make a million bucks. My name is Billy Joel. I make a million songs. I make $1 million and you wish you never stop. My name is Billy Joel. My name is Billy Joel and you will never stop. The Billy Joel. Bald-headed man dancing in the street, and you never gonna stop me. I'm a bald-headed man slamming on the piano, slamming all my fingers on the damn piano. My name is Billy Joel, and I have pianos. I have 100 pianos in my house right now. And when I dance and when I sing, people worship me and my baldy bald head. My name is Billy Joel, and I'm the king, and I can sing, and I'm a ring, and I got diamond rings, so you never fringe, and I never seen a thing. Drop the mic.
Hello, and welcome to the Friendly Skies. At United, safety is just as important on the ground as it is in the air. We need your help to make sure we all stay safe together by following a few simple guidelines. First, always wear a face cover inside the terminal and on board
I
your
like the
aircraft.
samples.
Second, wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. And third, when possible, stay at least 15 feet or about an arm's length from others. These are important friendly steps we can all take together to make sure everyone is safe. Go on the ground and in the sky. Thank you for helping us look out for each other. And from us all,
Whoa. Who's that? Is that a fake TOYBOX?
It looks like my dour doppelganger Toolbox has also arrived to the party. Toolbox, come on in and chat. The puppet jam is fine. Come on in.
Yeah. Oh my god. So good.
Oh my god.
I'm the real Toybox.
No, I'm the real toy box.
That reminds me of that famous Billy Joel song. Will the real Toybox please stand up? Do you guys remember that one? It was a big hit in the early 2000s. No, I'm the real Toybox. I'm the real Toybox. Please stand up. Please stand up. By Billy Joel.
I'm the real toy box. I'm the real toy box. I will stand up.
Let's just have a Toybox jam. Look, here's Omer. Here's Omer as Toybox coming in as well. Will the real Toybox please stand up? We can't even see the comments anymore because it's just pure chaos here on the 24-hour live stream with 4 Toybox. And which one is the real Toybox? Weigh in the comments now. Which Toybox is the one that's real? Which one do you really think is me, and which one do you think are not me? And what do you think of Billy Joel and his amazing string of 1980s hits, including Will the Real TOYBOX Stand Up and Hey Hey, What's Going On? The He-Man song.
I wish I could
The
touch
He-Man song.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah,
to
listen.
polish Billy Joel's head. How do I polish Billy Joel's poor head?
There's Billy Joel. He's behind you, Toolbox. There you go. The other way. Go that way. He's over here.
I know.
He's there.
But
He
then-
is. Yes. But pull your hand closer to your face. Go like this. There
But
you go.
my arm disappeared.
Billy Joel is being so squirrely tonight. I hate when my Billy Joels don't get their parts right. Look at his little ratty possum tail on that Billy Joel. Can we see some flying pigs? Is there any flying pigs? Because this is just getting insane. Here we go. All right, and we still have 19 hours left in our show. This is a really weird time to walk in, but if you're just joining us, this is the most exciting time we've had at least in the last 15 minutes. We have Toolbox here, who is a dour doppelganger of Toybox, coming from the Tool dimension. Poos the Puppet from the Poos dimension, Rainbow Head, and Omer and another friend with a green face from the airport. And I believe that they're trying to get to wherever we are on a plane. So we're just having a dance party, hanging out. Maybe we'll have some Can we have some dancers now? Get rid of those pigs. Bring in some dancers.
This is the first time I have been accused of being exciting.
Look, it's Ricardio! There's our boy Ricardio. Poos the Puppet, can you freestyle about some Billy Joel lyrics real quick? Maybe, is Poos still here? Someone else is trying to come in.
May I have your attention, please? All travelers, if any unknown person attempts to give you any fire, including luggage to transport on your flight, do not accept it and notify airline personnel immediately. Do not leave luggage unattended. All carry-on and checked luggage is subject to search. Su atención, por favor. Al todos los pasajeros,
It's green. It's green.
We need that Billy Joel energy right about now. All right, let's do it. All right, are you all ready? I think it is time. We have enough people participating here tonight to play the first ever round of Take a Chance with TOYBOX. Are you ready? Are you ready, contestants? It's time for It's time for Take a Chance. The logo. It's time for Take a Chance with TOYBOX. I am your host, TOYBOX, America's favorite cartoon witch. Now, this is the only game show on the internet where I make all of the rules and I am completely in charge of what happens. Contestant number one. Can we see contestant number one? Let's get rid of all of this other crap and just go straight into... Get rid of those dancers and let me get over here. All right, and let me get rid of this extra. Do we need an extra toy box over here? I don't know. All right, contestant number one is Poos the Puppet. Poos the Puppet is contestant number one. Contestant number two is Toolbox. America's other. It's Omer Gal is contestant number two, and contestant number three, Toolbox, America's other cartoon witch that exists possibly in another plane. Contestants, contestant number one, I must have went to the potty. Contestant number two, tell us a bit about yourself and why you're here tonight.
Omer Gal.
That's you, Omer. You're contestant two.
Oh my God. I didn't know. Could I still be in the game?
Yes, you're in the game. We're playing the game live right now. This is the first time ever in the history of the world we have played Take a Chance with TOYBOX.
Oh, wow.
And Rigel is coming. Rigel is going to be contestant number one.
Oh, so it goes
we're going to have to
backwards.
reconnect with Poos because he disappeared. So let's see. Contestant number one is Rigel. Contestant number two, Omer. Contestant number three, Toolbox, the other cartoon witch. Please stand up.
Oh, wow.
All right. Contestant number one, you're just joining us now for Take a Chance with TOYBOX, the only game show where TOYBOX is 100% in charge and makes all of the rules. Contestant number one, tell us a little bit about yourselves and please block out this microphone. That's Rigel, you're number one. Tell us a little bit about yourselves if you can.
Oh, well, sorry.
Are you muted on your microphone? Contestant number one.
I'm going to maybe make it one. And then, hold on a second.
Can
Ooh.
we can't hear you? Is your phone on mute or something? Your microphone is Rigel is muted. All right, let's go to contestant number 2. Tell us a little bit about yourself and who you're playing for tonight. Omer.
Oh, really? I'm Omer, and also I'm hiding behind Rigel's mind. Right now I'm in, and now I'm not. It's kind of confusing, but I am a person that is going on a flight soon. That's who I am right now. I'm living in the
Well,
moment.
that's fine. If you have to suddenly get up and go on a flight, then we will replace you with another contestant who will play for you for keeps, and
Oh,
whatever
no,
they
no.
win, they'll win for
I still
you.
have like an hour.
Oh, okay. Well, you're fine because depending on how this show goes, it might take an hour, it might take 15 minutes. We're having a problem bringing in contestant number 1. Contestant number 1, can you hang up and call back? Contestant number 3 is Toolbox. Hold on 1 second. Wait until the airport announcement is over.
For at least 20 seconds. And third, when possible, stay at least 6 feet or about 2 arms length from others. These are important friendly steps we can all take together to ensure everyone is safe, both on the ground and in the skies. Thank you for helping us look out for each other. And for all of us at United, stay safe and be well.
It was a very important announcement.
All right, that was a very important announcement from an airport in an undisclosed location. That is not where we are, but is where one of our contestants is currently habitating. Contestant number 3, please tell us who you are and who you're playing for and what and where you're from and stuff.
I am Toolbox. I am feeling most impressed and excited to have been given the generous description by TOYBOX as being America's other cartoon witch, because I am in fact America's least favorite cartoon witch. But I am very happy to be included in games and festivities. This is the first time I've ever been accused of being exciting. I'm
Well,
playing.
this is exciting. Yes.
I'm playing